Well, hello and welcome everyone. My name is Stephen Wright. I'll be your host for today's event and special presentation. And I'm so excited to have the opportunity to be with you today. And I can see that we've got people still coming in the room now. I know this is a very exciting time. We've got a very, very special guest that I will introduce you to in a moment. But, you know, we've got people joining us today from all around the world, and some of those people, you know, you might be brand new. You really don't know what this is all about. Someone's just invited you to come along. So before I introduce you to our very special guest, I just want to give you a very quick snapshot about O2 Worldwide and what this information is, and that way then when our special guest is speaking you'll at least have some reference to go with. So just sit back, relax, and let's get started because we've got a lot to cover. We're talking to you about the O2 Worldwide experience, where the first wealth is health. Let's face it, it doesn't matter how much money you've got if we haven't got our health, right? And that's the motto of the company. And the company has the exclusive global rights to this amazing product called O2. It's a doctor formulated oxygen. Now, you're about to discover how people of any age are using O2 for just about anything. They're using it for all kinds of pain. They're using it for, you know, topically for bites and burns and bruises and cuts and wounds, rashes, all types of skin conditions. They're using it for skin care and acne and anti-aging, using it for prevention, to support pre-existing health conditions. We've got sports people who are using it for improved performance in sports and fitness programs and recovery from them. And even the pets love it. Now, I'm sure you've heard the saying that a picture tells 1,000 words, and that's why we like to start when we're explaining this product to just show you this live blood analysis. This was sent in by one of our doctors, and it's a patient's blood sample examined under a dark field microscope. And in image 1, you can see where the blood is sticking together, sticky blood or clumping. It's called red cell aggregation. Now, folks, we don't want our blood looking like that. As you can read on the left here, there are many health hazards and the potential for some serious ones. You know, just to mention a couple: blood clotting, thrombosis, strokes, and heart and pulmonary embolism, diabetes, inflammation. You know, that's just to mention a few. Now, here is why people are calling O2 a miracle in a bottle. Have a look in image 2. This is the same patient's blood examined after only 5 minutes, where the doctor had put 20 drops of the O2 under that person's tongue. The doctor actually said for the O2 to have such a quick effect is a powerful testimony to its quality, function, and effectiveness. Any formula that can rapidly transform red blood cells to normal state is invaluable in preventing many chronic diseases. That's the reason why I take this product every day. I start my day with it, and several times during the day. It's so simple to use. For me personally, not that this is about me, but for me personally, the first thing I noticed was my mental clarity and my ability to concentrate. My brain fog just disappeared. My energy levels have increased since I've been using this product. Anytime I have a bite or a sting or a burn or any type of cut, I just put a few drops on it, and it's just a remarkable healing ability that it does for me. I use it for my sinuses. It's just a product that you want to have with you at all times. Now, the formulator of the product is Dr. Stephen Krause. He's considered an expert when it comes into oxygen supplementation. He's a nationally recognised speaker. He's been featured on radio talk shows and international conferences. He's consulted the Fortune 500 companies, colleges and universities. He's devoted a major portion of his life to come up with this incredible formula that O2 Worldwide has the exclusive global rights to. Now, some people, when we tell them about this product, they say, well, why do you need oxygen supplementation? Why can't I just breathe the air? Well, 200 years ago, our air comprised of over 40% oxygen. but due to air and water pollution, ozone layer depletion, rainforest destruction, the air we breathe today has barely 21% oxygen. And what could be simpler than just throwing a few drops under your tongue or a few drops in water and then just drinking it down with O2? Now, over $1 million was put out to be able to develop this proprietary technology where you cannot get this product anywhere else. On our website, we have a video. It's a short 3-minute video which really goes through what makes O2 drops unique. It's a unique, one-of-a-kind formula that people are calling a miracle in a bottle. But the best way that you can know if it can work for you is to try it for yourself. There's no risk. The company is so confident in this product, they offer an empty bottle, 30-day money-back guarantee. So what have you got to lose, right? Now, Dan PUTNAM, who's our very special guest today, he started out in the direct sales industry while he was still in college. He fell in love with the concept of residual income, and Dan has gone on to build successful global networks and earn millions of dollars. He has helped tens of thousands of people to make money and improve their quality of life. He's very proud about that. He's passionate about helping others, and he consults direct sales companies, and over the past decade, he has been designing online systems and selling them to companies. In other words, he's recognized as one of the premier experts in the industry. Dan's vision was to use all of his past experience helping other companies and start a company that would focus on making it simple for people to succeed. All he needed was the perfect product. And when he found O2, he knew he had found the perfect product that met all of his desired criteria for his business model. Let's face it, O2 appeals to a global market. It's consumable for repeat orders. It's affordable. It's easy to mail anywhere in the world. People become passionate about this product. They're on a mission. Many of our customers are on a mission that they just want to tell everyone about it. It's got a huge expanding market because it's great for all ages. It complements any other product in the wellness industry. It's 100% natural and safe, scientifically validated, and it works fast. Now, the mission of the company was to start a company that would focus on making it simple for real, everyday people just like you to make enough money that can provide you with the freedom to live life on your terms, to provide an environment where every person has the best opportunity to succeed. And the business model is revolutionary, folks. This is changing. It's consumer direct and it's relationship marketing. The company handles everything from the accounting, the customer service, the warehousing. They ship direct to the customer. They give you a free business. There's no registration fees. There's no purchase requirement to earn income. So they're unlike other companies. The company want you to buy the product. They'd love you to buy the product for samples or for personal use. But they're not like other companies and force you to buy so you can make income. There are no leadership levels or tricky qualifications. Everyone starts at the top of the plan, so everyone wins. It gives you the ability to create a leveraged, ongoing, long-term income. Unlimited earning potential here. It's social media friendly. There's also free training materials, mentoring and coaching. Flexibility. You can work this around whatever else you're doing. If you've already got a full-time job, this gives you the opportunity to work around that. You have no boss and no employees, and there are travel and tax advantages with this business model. This really is a revolutionary business model that, in my opinion, has never been done before. Now, there's no financial risk because we've got the money-back guarantee and the company gives you the business for free. There's no risk to your reputation. It's fun. It's easy and it's stress-free and it's completely portable. You can do it from anywhere. People do it while they're traveling the world. You can do it from home, a business, a coffee shop, a beach, a hotel, a train, a bus, you name it, anywhere in the world. And there are 4 dynamic income streams. We have our 50% retail customer bonus, our 50% fast start bonus, our team bonus, which pays up to $20,000 a week. And on our other presentations, we share with you how if just everyone just qualifies for that team bonus, how you can be earning a 5 and a 6-figure income in your first, if everyone qualifies in their first month, in your first year, or if you do it in your first week, you can even do that in your you can in your first 12 weeks. And then there's a 100% matching bonus, which is a game changer in the industry, never been done before. But as I mentioned, this was just a snapshot to give you an idea of what this is all about. Because today, I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to be the host to introduce you to our very special guest. This gentleman has done just about everything in the industry. I told you a little bit about his story previously. He's the CEO and the founder of O2 Worldwide, and I know that he's got a lot of exciting information to share with us today. So please welcome Mr. Dan PUTNAM. Dan, are you there?
I sure am. Can you hear me okay, Stephen?
Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear, Dan.
Fantastic. I really appreciate it. You know, this is the perfect time of year to really be evaluating, you know, your thoughts and your plans and what you're going to do for the next year. And in fact, it's almost this exact time, within a week or so, of when we first came up with the idea and wanted to put something together for the start of 2016, which, you know, became O2 as we know it. So this is really just kind of a State of the Union call, just kind of a go over what we've done so far since we launched on February 29th of 2016, and what our plans are for the rest of the year, and really what our plans are for 2017. And so again, I want to welcome everybody that's on the call, and really appreciate you, Stephen, and not a whole lot to say. I mean, you covered it really well. We are extremely excited about the product, but our vision behind the company is a lot like you said. I mean, we wanted to give people a part-time or a spare-time business that they could get started with, and through the training and everything that we provide, be able to work that business in their spare time, and over a certain period of time. It's different for everybody. Could be a couple months, could be a couple years, or anywhere in between, but staying steady and working their business in their spare time, they have the ability to create a full-time income. Now, the thing that's important here is that's a full-time income that's no longer dependent on their time, and we're wanting to give people the ability to really have complete control of their time and their finances just by starting a simple side business. And so that was really the first vision of the company, is we wanted something that gave people control of their time. And the reason that was so important to us is if you really look at, you know, the world as we know it, I mean, it's not as good as it should be. There's so many people that are, you know, going to work every single day and hate their job, and then that's, you know, creating a tremendous amount of stress, which causes health conditions, which also strains relationships, and all of these different issues. And you know, when I go back and really think about it, and if we all go back, you know, every single person on this call, if you just kind of go back to when you was, you know, maybe a teenager, maybe 13, 14, 15 years old, and you was kind of thinking, you know, what do I want to do with my life? Like a lot of people, I believe every single person was born to be great. Not that you're not born to have everything perfect, not that you're not going to have some struggles. I think that struggles are there to help us become better, so that we can overcome the struggles, and then we can become stronger, and then in turn we can help other people become stronger and overcome their struggles easier. And that's just really what I feel we're all on this planet together in order to do. But where people, you know, dislike their jobs, they're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, then you add in commute time. A lot of times it's, you know, 80 plus hours per week, barely making enough money to get by, have no time to really do what they had dreamt about, you know, throughout their early years. And then they have the, you know, the spouse and kids and stuff like that, and just really don't even have any time to be with them. So our mission really with O2, instead of just, you know, sitting there and complaining about the economy and complaining about this and saying I don't like my job and this, that, and the other, we decided, you know, if there's going to be change, we need to, you know, be part of that change. We need to create opportunity so that people can have something to look forward to. And we wanted to do it exactly like you said, Stephen. We wanted to do something that was, you know, so simple that you could do it just in your spare time. And then when you created that full-time income, this again is one of the most important parts to, you know, really the vision of the company. Once you create that full-time income, we want to be easy enough to maintain that you still work the business just in your spare time, and then that gives you your full time to do whatever it is you're passionate about, to spend more time with your family, to spend more time in your communities, to spend more time in your religious beliefs, or whatever it is. Just basically have the time to be the type of person that you've always wanted to be. And a lot of times we're not able to do that with everything that's holding us back in our jobs. And I looked at the network marketing industry as a great vehicle in order to help people achieve those goals and help people achieve their dreams. But really studying it in depth over the last 20 years of my life, but really going back into the entire history of network marketing, what I was seeing was, oh yeah, it's pretty good in theory. It's a great concept to show people how they can create residual income regardless of their skill set, their background, or experience. Everybody's on a level playing field. But I started to look at, what's the basics? What has to take place in order to create a substantial residual income? And there's two main things. You have to be able to duplicate and you have to be able to retain. And so I started looking at business models, network marketing companies, as a system to duplicate and as a model to retain. And I started to realize very fast that, man, one of the reasons that this industry has a negative perception with the masses is because the models have not been set up fair. They've not been set up that the average person could do it in their spare time, and been very, very, very difficult for anybody to achieve success. And so that's what we really tried to eliminate. So I'm going to talk just a little bit more in detail about the model. Then we're going to talk about where we're at right now, where we're going, some of the new things that we have that we're launching this year, and taking us into 2017, and why I feel we're going to have an absolutely explosive quarter, the first quarter of 2017. So it really starts just like Stephen was saying. It really starts with the product. Now, the reason we chose O2 is it's something that is just such a basic product, but it's a 100% necessity that I couldn't imagine, having a different product than this, because it's something that every single person can benefit from. It doesn't matter if it's a brand new newborn. It doesn't matter if it's a toddler. It doesn't matter if it's somebody, an adolescent or a teenager, or somebody that's 20, 30, 40 years old, or the baby boomers or the elderly. This is something that every single human being can benefit from and should be taking every day. But it even goes much further than that. This is something that all plant life can benefit from, fruits and vegetables, and even flowers and gardens. And then you have all the pets. So many people care so much about their pets, and this is an absolutely incredible product. And it's because it's not the oxygen that we're thinking about breathing. The main use that the body needs oxygen for is to get that oxygen in the blood. And then it's able to help the immune system, kill off bacteria, kill off fungus, kill off viruses, kill off all types of diseases. It's available for wound healing. That's why it works so well topically, to be able to put it directly to a skin condition, a cut, a scrape, a rash, an infection. And we see so many testimonials on how fast it heals up that section. Even putting it on joints that are arthritic and stuff like that to help get rid of inflammation. Because what a lot of people don't realize, but if you think about it and if you start to study, it becomes very clear. The body uses oxygen to go in and repair and regenerate cells. So when there's places that are inflamed and the inflammation within the body, that's a simple sign that the body doesn't have enough oxygen to go in and clean that out and to go and repair and regenerate those cells. So people that have carpal tunnel, and people that have wrist injuries and ankle and knee, we've heard just tremendous relief from just literally putting the drops straight on the knuckles and rubbing it in, and using it as eye drops, as nasal sprays, before you sleep, when you wake up. Again, it's just incredible. And one of the things I also like to point out, I highly doubt there's another product in the entire network marketing industry that has, over 24 studies on the actual product. There's very few even ingredients in the world that have 24 real actual studies, at universities and laboratories across the world. And you're talking about, some companies will talk about a study that's on an ingredient in their product, and then when you really start looking into it, it's nowhere near the dosage, they might have, 500 milligrams, and then people are taking 5 grams a day. And so again, it's just so far from being accurate, and people are still trying to use those, and a lot of people are fooled by them. But this is a product that actually has real studies on the actual activated stabilized oxygen, and so that's something that we're extremely proud of. It's got a GRAS certification from the FDA, which is basically means recognized as safe. So and again, that is so hard to get. There's almost no products, no nutritional natural products that actually have a certification from the FDA that it's recognized as safe. Again, they're not going to say that it cures this or cures that or does this or does that, because again, it's not a drug, it's a natural product, but it still has the certification, and that's something that's important. You want a product that anybody can take, and they're going to get benefit from it, and there's not going to be anything that will hurt them. You can't overdose on the product. So again, that is where this all started. When we first had the concept of launching something new in 2016 and really making things better and simpler than ever before, it started with finding the correct product. And then once we had the product, which it just kind of, the stars kind of aligned, and it just came together. We didn't even have the first conversation with the manufacturer of the product until around December 20th, and in less than 48 hours we had an agreement. We had product ordered. We started the website on January 1st to allow people to have free enrollment, and between January 1st and January 18th, over 50,000 people pre-enrolled into the company, and then had out of those 50,000, over 7,000 upgraded between January 18th and the end of the month of January. So again, just got off to a fantastic start. And we started pretty much in the United States, and then on a not-for-resale basis, shipping to other countries. But one of the things that we wanted to do here, and one of the reasons we picked this product, was we also felt that it was perfect for international growth. And when you have a worldwide economy these days with the internet and just how things are, it's not just a national thing, it's an international economy. And so we knew that we had a product that every single person on the planet could benefit from, every animal, every plant, and we just wanted to get the word out. And so in a fairly short period of time, I know companies, and we're talking about companies that are doing hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and have been in business for 4, 5, 10 years, and they're not even in the countries that we are legally. And I've seen some of them here recently that are trying to launch Mexico, and they've been trying for over a year, and they're still not in Mexico. We're 100% fully legal and operational in Mexico. We're very excited about that. One of our visions when we looked at what we're going to do in order to be a player in the industry, starting with the #1 market in the world, the United States, very, very competitive market in network marketing. What are we going to do to be a company that shines in the United States? And our first thoughts were, we need to do something and create something that's going to work in the Latino communities, because there's approximately 70 million people that are from Latin America, whether it's Mexico, Central or South America, and speak Spanish in the United States. And that's a enormous number of people. And when you're building in the United States and you're talking about and focusing on that group, one of the first questions they're all going to be asking is, when are you going to launch Mexico? When are you going to launch Mexico? When are you going to launch Central America, South America? And so a lot of people probably noticed, not exactly day one, but very close. We had the website in Spanish. We had all of our PDFs in Spanish. We have all of our main videos in Spanish. And now, again, this early on, we're fully legal and running and growing to where Mexico is probably going to be our #3 country by the end of this month. And we just got things, going there. So we have offices and shipping and everything throughout the country of Mexico. We're very excited. We have small offices in the Bahamas and Jamaica and Barbados. We have an office in Dominican Republic. We have fully registered 100% in the country of Ghana. And Ghana right now is our #2, and maybe by the end of the month, maybe our #1 country in the entire company. It's literally just barely behind the United States right now, and that's growing into other countries surrounding Ghana. We've already got the trademarks and the company registration in Nigeria. You're going to see South Africa on the drop-down this week, where we're going to be doing just one package, which will be a 3-month package. And the reason for that is the shipping company that we're using, in order to have, it's not going to be trackable to every single door in South Africa, but probably about 80 to 85% of the addresses, it'll be trackable to their door. Delivery still about 2 weeks, and so we're just going to have one package that'll be a 3-month package. We're excited about that. We have some good leadership there already, and we've been working with some courier services and getting product there, but you're going to be seeing a lot of growth in South Africa and definitely other African countries. I think right now, well, no question, Africa is our #1 market if you're looking at continents. Africa is already doing more volume than North America, and it's just, you know, literally hasn't even scratched the surface. Once Nigeria opens, which is much, much larger than Ghana, and the excitement levels there are unbelievable. With that, our original concept of what we were trying to do for 2016 was really focus on English-speaking and Spanish-speaking markets, so that we don't have to focus on so many languages. But with that being said, we've had so much interest throughout the EU that we have some things that we're starting on right there. Working with a company, still probably not going to be this year, but probably early next year, you'll be seeing some full registration in the EU, and also shipping center there and customer service in all the languages that are spoken in the European Union. So that's going to be a huge market for us, and again, that isn't something that we were looking to do this early on, but we've just had so much interest and just the right people coming to us that can help organize this and make it happen, we're looking at doing that a little bit quicker than originally. We still don't have plans of this time to go into Asia or Southeast Asia. We really want to get a stronger hold here in the United States and in Mexico and in the other countries that we're doing business in. But there is just a tremendous amount of excitement. And again, to put all this together, when you look at, we didn't even have this idea this time last year, is, after Thanksgiving, first part of December, when I really started trying to look at some products and come up with the ideas. It wasn't until just before Christmas that we got the deal done with Dr. Krause and his great team there, and placed our first order with them and got an agreement to have the exclusive on this product, not just for network marketing, but all marketing with our formula. We're very excited about our formula, and again, it's been life-changing to so many people. So that's kind of, what I wanted to discuss is we've gone so far in such a short period of time, and we're just barely getting going. So a couple things that we're going to be focusing on, and why I think this is an important time. We have not purged the system since those original 50,000 plus people. Now there's closer to 100,000 people in the system because of the free signups. We've not purged the system a lot because we were still getting everything running smooth and getting things going in the other countries and focusing there. But now we're going to kind of slow down a little bit as far as all the international growth. We're in enough countries right now that we have the population to be definitely a player in the industry and be a $50 to $100 million plus company just in the countries that we're 100% fully operational in, and the other countries that we have not for resale system running smooth, meaning the major majority, 85 to 95% of the people that order the product get the product. They earn commissions, they get paid commissions. Those are the types of things in a not for resale or an NFR market that's important to us if we're really counting that as somewhere that we can have some growth. And then obviously the goal is in all of our larger markets to have local infrastructure and be fully registered both corporately, company-wise, and then also product-wise. So But just the countries we're in right now, no question, we can get to 50 to 100 million per year in sales. Now what it's going to take is just kind of taking a step back, rolling up our sleeves, and really going out there and getting the word out. And that's what we're focusing on. So between now and the next couple weeks, a lot of you probably won't be seeing what's going on because you're probably the majority of the people on this call are active. But we are going to be sending messages and doing some phone calls, voicemail drops, all of those different types of things to the people that have never ordered and the people that have not ordered within the last 90 days that will be purged, just letting them know. You know, it's one of those things that we see it at the call center here almost every day. You know, people call in and sign up from a postcard, and they go and enter the person in, and the person who is the sponsor is not even active anymore. Meaning they got in, they mailed out the postcards, they're getting sign-ups, but they didn't give it the time. That's one of the biggest problems in the entire network marketing industry is people will come in, they'll mail out 50 or 100 postcards, and then they'll say, oh, I mailed out 100 postcards and I'm not rich yet, this isn't working, so you know they give up and quit. And then now, you know, a month or 2 months or 3 months later, results take time to measure, people are calling in, people are signing up. Just the other day, one of our call center reps come into my office and call me in and ask if I thought that they should call this person because there's a person that had well over 1,000 people active on one side and over 100 people active on the other side, meaning that they're probably making somewhere in the neighborhood of $600 to $700 per month, and they hadn't ordered in 5 months. And so again, just things like that people don't even know what in the world's going on. And there's several issues there. The biggest issue there is irresponsible sponsors. You know, people sponsoring people and then not following through with them and not working with them and not getting them engaged. And so I want to encourage every single person on this call to reach out and contact not just the inactive, also contact the active people and you know, come up with a game plan of what you're going to do. You know, for the last 45 days or so of this year and how that's going to set you up to win in 2017. But again, I want to urge everybody, we're going to do what we can, do our part corporately to send out notices every way that we can to let people know if you don't order by December 1st, we are going to purge the system. It won't purge 100% of the inactive people because we're not going to restructure the organizations and have people move from one leg to another. So if there are people that have, you know, 2 legs going, they won't be purged. That'll just stay you know, a dead spot in the company, and that's just so that they don't have to reorganize the entire structure of the trees. But it is something that we're going to be moving towards, and then right around that same time, we're also going to be adding the final features to the LUC Builder website, which will have the notifications going out when they have free signups, the notifications going out when you have people upgrading underneath you, and we feel that's going to work a little bit stronger. So we're going to put in some new work on the LUC Builder and launch that this year. The goal is to launch it, you know, first part of December along with the purge because they kind of go hand in hand. And then once we purge, it's basically going to be a daily thing. So people who have never ordered are going to be purged after 30 days, and people that have ordered are going to be purged after 90 days without an order. So that's basically what you're looking at and what we're going to be working with. Now, in addition to that system, that's very opportunity-based. It does have great information on the products. It does have you know, good information, but it's opportunity-based. And what we've seen in the network marketing industry, as a lot of people know, success leaves clues. And so as we see other people in this great industry and companies that are having tremendous amounts of success, you better believe we study what they're doing. We look at their compensation, we look at their products, we look at their systems, we look at their marketing, we look at their training, and we try and figure out, you know, what can we learn from these companies. And what we're seeing very consistently is the companies that seem to be having the most success are focused very heavily on the product. They're focused very heavily on sampling. And so that's really the direction that we're going to go towards also. And at first I never thought of O2 as being an amazing sampling product. And the reason I didn't think so is because there's no stimulants. Most of the time when you think of sampling products, it was stuff like ephedra and weight loss products that are just full of stimulants and energy drinks and very harsh skincare products that tighten up the skin and stuff like that people can feel literally instantly. And not most of the time you don't see just like multivitamin companies and stuff like that doing really well with the sample program because people don't notice it. But what's interesting with O2 drops is all of the testimonials and stuff that we're getting, most of these people are noticing the difference within days, and a lot of that's because there's so many uses for arthritis and pain, just rubbing it on the joints, and eye conditions, just using it as eye drops, and any type of cut, scrape, rash, anything. People are almost always dealing with something, some sort of pain, a cut, a scrape, a burn, a rash, a skin condition, sore eyes, feel tired, don't sleep good, all of these things that again can all be come to the fact of just low oxygen levels in the system. And so we feel that if people take the product correctly, which is going to be the biggest part of the sampling system, is going to be sending them not just the sample, but also the best practices, the best ways to use the product, which would vary, since we have so many testimonials on better sleep, the first thing is to take it right before you go to bed, take it when you wake up, take it if you work behind a computer all day and halfway through the days your eyes are just strained and stuff like that, use it as eye drops. Any type of skin condition, cut, scrape, burn, rash, infection, anything like that, use the product there. That we feel that within a week's time, as good of percentage as any other product in the marketplace, people will have an experience with O2 and want to be able to find out how they can either become a customer or how they can become a distributor and share the product. So tomorrow night we're going to be doing another webinar at the same time. I didn't announce it before because I didn't want to confuse people and have people come on the wrong day and think that the webinar we're doing tonight is the one tomorrow. So I didn't want to confuse people, but we are doing a webinar tomorrow at the same time. We will be sending links out as soon as this webinar is over, letting people know when the webinar is, well, it's the same time, but just giving people the link to the webinar. That webinar is going to be a training on a new system that is launching tomorrow. So the system will already be live before we do the call. You'll be able to order the system in your back office. We're going to start out with the system by itself for $9.95, but we are going to be changing a few things on the system and allow people to give free samples, and then that'll give you the ability to buy sample credits. Right now it's set up that people just go, click to get a sample, and then it takes them to your O2 drop site and they order the sample there for the $12.95 and free shipping. And that's what a lot of companies are doing with the system. I am going to explain a little bit more of the system, but we also want people to be able to use the product as a tool to give away. And so with that, we're going to be launching before the end of the year for sure, but we are going to launch even before this is done with the sample credits, where people can just go and purchase the sample. But the sample credits you'll be able to purchase for 5 of them for $50. They will be commissionable, and that will include the sample, it'll include the brochure, it'll include a cover letter, and then a letter of exactly how to take the product, and that'll also include the shipping and handling. So again, great value there. Basically right now, for 4 bottles, it's $49.95, so we're giving a much better deal than that, because we're trying to get as many bottles in people's hands as we possibly can. And we look at it as an absolute win-win scenario, meaning that the more samples you give out, the higher your volume is, the higher your volume is, the higher the checks are, and then the more samples you give out, probably the more customers and distributors you're going to get, which also increases the volume. So the volume increases because of just the sampling system, and then it increases again because of more customers, and both of those aspects increase everybody's commissions, which increase the excitement, which again just keeps things going, kind of like shampoo, rinse, and repeat. It just gets that ball rolling for people's business, and give somebody an exact goal every single day, every single week, every single month. Whether you want to say, hey, I want to get 5 people to request a sample every single month, I want to get 5 people a week, I want to get 1 person a day, and then give the samples out. You don't have to ship them. Another great thing about this, social media is so strong. This is a social sharing system. So everybody's going to have their O2 Worldwide blog. We're going to have all of the posts. We're going to put those posts up, at least 1 post a week, if not more. And every time we put the post, it has a sharing system in your back office. You can share that by sending it out through emails, by sending it out through private messages, by posting it on social media, by sending it out via text message. And it'll just be similar things to what Stephen shared. How about a blog post just explaining a little bit about the blood, and how when you have all the blood stuck together, it's not flowing through the veins very good, which can cause things like he was talking about, blood clots and strokes and inflammation and many other things. And so you have an article explaining, what's wrong with this blood, then showing, the 20 drops, and then you show the other picture, that type of, an article, and then the entire blog, they can click to get a sample. They click to get a sample. It shows a video with a bunch of testimonials. They can click right there and order their sample. Again, has a full website, autoresponder, everything like that, all attached to this, all built around getting samples out. And again, we're starting to where they're going to purchase the samples at the $12.95, but we're going to add to where you can buy sample credits, and if you choose to, you can send out a free sample to anybody who requests it. So then what the whole focus is simply getting people to request samples. And again, a very strong point of this with an international business, and again, with the United States being the number one market in the network marketing industry, social media gives people an easy ability, plus marketing gives people an easy ability to market in the United States no matter where you are. And so you can have those samples out because you don't have to mail them from Canada or from Europe or from Ghana or from Australia or from Mexico. You don't have to mail them to the person in the United States. We have the call center, which again is just an absolutely incredible asset to your business, the call center that they can call and ask questions and order, but you just have the ability to get that sample into their hands. And again, that can count as your entire auto ship or part of your auto ship, but just having that goal to get out, a sample a week or 2 samples a week or 5 a month or 10 a month is going to create a powerful win-win, that it increases the volume, which increases the checks, and also increases exposure, which increases the volume, which increases checks. And so that's a system that we're not going away from. I don't think you're going to see a lot of new marketing systems and a lot of new trainings coming out from our company until we're well over $50 million to $100 million a year company, because with LUC Builder and how that's set up, we feel that's very strong for opportunity. People that want to focus opportunity, want to focus on checks, want to get people in for free, all of that type of thing, that's perfect. And then now we have the blogging system and the social sharing and the sample system that it is perfect for people who really want to focus on getting samples out there. And again, we feel that it's best of both worlds. Works, very easily within the United States, but also it will be set up that you can have people request the samples, and then no matter what country you're in, you can send the samples yourself or however you want to do it. But there will be a full training, so they'll be going through the entire back office. They'll be showing exactly how the system works, all the features, the bells and whistles. It has, it's connected to third-party systems like phone burner and texting systems and video emails and everything like that. So you can turn this system into your auto dialer, into your mass text marketing, video email marketing. All of those types of things are tied in. Now the text, they have credits that you buy, so much, just a few pennies per text, and then you have basically, if you go with like phone burner, it's usually $150 for the unlimited fee. They have it for $99, so you're basically getting 33% off. by doing it through the system. Those are completely optional, but it is a very robust system that it's really all in one. There's not a whole lot of extra things that you would ever need, and I think you'll see that when we go through the training tomorrow. So we're very excited about this system, very excited about creating more and more ways to sample. I think Tommy just released another 6 videos this week. And actually I think he has 6 videos that I think he released 1 this week, and he's going to release another one every week for the next 6 weeks. But those are the types of things that we're going to create and turn into blog posts that you're going to be able to share. Again, share it socially. It has its own engine for LinkedIn, for Facebook, for Twitter, and then you can also do your text messaging, your email, so many different ways to market with this system. And so we're just going to continually create new things, new testimonials, new concepts that are going to allow you to share, and then we're providing a very powerful way for you to share these just by using the system. So those are the things that we have coming out. We also have just launched on our Fast Start package between now and up and through Christmas at least. We might continue it through the rest of the year, and we'll see how it goes. But on our $199 package that pays a $100 Fast Start, we're paying that $100 Fast Start on every order throughout between now and Christmas. So anybody who orders a Fast Start package for $199, it is a single month qualifier. So it's the one that comes with the 2-ounce bottles and the half-ounce bottles that pays a $100 Fast Start right now. That $100 Fast Start, every time somebody orders that, you will earn the $100 Fast Start. So, and the reason we're doing that is we wanted to encourage people to get more product so that you can give it out throughout the holidays, because so many times around Thanksgiving, around Christmas, there's so many whether it's company parties, church parties, neighborhood parties, family parties, all of those different types of things. So there's going to be a lot of time between now and the end of the year that's going to be very easy for you to share O2 with others, and getting that Fast Start package gives you good value with the products, but it also gives people an absolutely incredible compensation, where you still have 40 CV going into the 2-team plan and $100 Fast Start being paid on every order. So if you have 10 people in your organization that between now and Christmas order a Fast Start package so they have some product on hand that they can sample out and stuff like that, then that's an extra $1,000 that you'll earn right there, even if they've already ordered that package, or even if it wasn't their first order. So this is on any order. If somebody orders one of those per week, you'll get paid the $100 a week. So doesn't matter if it's a second order, first order, 10th order. We're going to pay that $100 Fast Start on every order on that package between now and through Christmas, probably through the rest of the year. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing that I wanted to cover, but really just wanted to let people know our focus for 2017 is really just to expose more people, continue doing what we're doing, and just give it more time, because the success we're seeing in the foreign markets, the testimonials we get every single day, we feel very confident in our product. We feel very confident in what we're doing infrastructure-wise in opening these countries and being able to deliver the product and pay the commissions and do all of that accurately and on time. The growth we're having is very exciting, and so we're really just going to continue to do the same. We're going to focus on doing a little bit more things with the opportunity-driven system with the LUC Builder. We're going to be launching the brand new system tomorrow, as mentioned. Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll send out the webinar link after this. We'll post it on Facebook. We'll send it out again tomorrow. So again, share it with your teams and invite people to find out about it. You'll be able to purchase the system starting tomorrow if it's something that you want to use. It's obviously optional. It's not mandatory, but we feel it's going to be very powerful. It's a very, very good system. In addition to that, one of the things that you're going to be seeing us really focus on, I think there's still a lot of confusion and you know, when we really look at it and kind of step back, sometimes you're a little bit too close to the fire. You know, we think that we need to make some improvements with the onboarding of new distributors. And onboarding, basically, what I'm talking about there is just when they first come into the business, of getting them up and running. And so we've been going through our training, and we see our training, and there's so much training. There's probably literally well over 100 hours of training in our training section, and there is life-changing information there. If somebody really wanted to focus on improving their skill set and becoming a premier marketer and premier communicator, the information is there. But at times, it's a little bit of overkill. So we're focusing right now to have launched by the end of the year a new onboarding system, which is basically for the brand new person to walk them through the back office, the most important aspects of it, and then to get started in that 90-day plan of action. Again, our 90-day plan of action we feel is the most powerful thing in the marketplace. And the reason we feel it's so powerful is once somebody joins the business, that's not where it ends, that's the beginning. What I feel is all the way to sign up, you as a distributor have done about 20% of your job. So 20% of the work is getting the person in. 80% is once they're in, onboarding them, getting them plugged in, getting them marketing, getting them having success, getting them comfortable with everything so they don't have any questions and they're ready to, you know, go and work on their own. And so we want to make that even easier. But the basic system right now is geared towards getting 2 people within their first 10 days. And so it's really a 10-day focus period. Now, typically to get 2 people within 10 days, the easiest way to do that is through your center of influence. Now, your center of influence is obviously in your cell phone, it's in your social media, you know, it's in your email accounts. And so that's why we have text messages to send, we have emails to send, we have posts to make for social media. And the goal is really just an evaluation period to see how this new person's center of influence is. And if their center of influence is good, they will get sign-ups, meaning now all of a sudden they got a sign-up. Now what do? Well, they just plug them into the exact same system. But if they don't have sign-ups, that's not a big deal. That's not a big problem. What we tell them then is, well, here's the bottom line. Your center of influence is not strong enough to build a business with, so you have to focus on building a list. And then we teach them how to build a list of network marketers, because it's much easier to build your business if you're working with networkers than if you're working with general public. But that's also going to take a little bit of time. It's not like you can go and build a list and cultivate that list and get these people to know you, like you, and trust you in a matter of weeks. That's something that's going to take 6 months to 12 months in order to accomplish. But look at it this way. Let's say you add 10 people a day, which would probably take you half hour to 45 minutes, maybe a little bit more, probably a little bit less. Let's say half hour, 10 people a day, all network marketers, and you're adding them to your list, name, phone number, email address. And again, we'll teach every single person how to do this for free, no cost. So you build your list for free. At the end of 1 year, you have 3,600 people. Now, where are these people? Well, they're going to be in your contact manager. They're going to be in your cell phone. A large percentage of them will be in your social media. So now if you did that exact same thing and you sent out text messages and you sent out emails and you posted on social media, but now all of a sudden you have 3,600 network marketers in your database that you've been working a exact system on how to cultivate these relationships, do you think you'd have any trouble at all getting 2 of them within your first 10 days? What I can tell from experience, you'll have no trouble at all. In fact, you'll probably get 20, 30, 40, 50 of them within your first 10 days. Now, every single person should be able to do that, but they aren't because they don't have that center of influence and they've never done anything to build it. Now, we want to show them how to do it so that that's not a problem with O2, but that's going to take some time. So in the meantime, then we have to teach them about marketing and some things that they can do, whether they're doing solo ads, pay-per-click, or whatever, so that they have people contacting them instantly. Now, what I can assure you, if you plug in and you follow this onboarding system, that your retention is going to go through the roof. Your duplication is going to go through the roof. And the reason the retention, I know through experience, will go through the roof is because most people don't quit because they're not making money. I mean, a lot of times you think they quit because they're not making money. That that's kind of true. I'd say that's a half-truth. The real reason they're quitting is they're not making money, and they don't see that that's going to change. So they're not making money right now, and they're not doing anything that in the future is going to make them any money. So they become basically hopeless, and they quit. And so it's not just the fact that they're not making money that's the problem. The problem is they're not making money, and they don't see that they're going to be making money. So what does this change? What this changes is by building a list of network marketers for free and actually being able to add them to your group constantly, and being able to do some simple marketing that's going to get people requesting information from you on a daily or weekly basis. Even if you're not making money at that given time, you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to be saying, okay, man, I am adding people to my list every single day. I have a very simple cultivation technique that is also going to be taught in this onboarding system that will, get these people, contacting you and just kind of getting the conversation started. And then we'll have some very simple marketing that people can do in order to get people requesting information. Because when you market, you don't necessarily need to build all this rapport and have all this trust built up, because your marketing and the people that respond are responding to you. So really all you're doing with the people that you market to is giving them the information that they requested. But again, the big part of this onboarding system, and what I really want people to start to understand and plug into, is this doesn't only start with paid members. This starts with tour takers, the free members. Because a free member, if you start walking them through that 90-day plan of action, and they're a free member, but they are still qualified to earn commissions. They're qualified to earn fast starts. They're qualified to earn an unlimited amount. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there. They're able to earn unlimited customer commissions, and if they get 2 customers, they're able to earn unlimited binary commissions. So again, it's something that even a free member, you should start the onboarding process right there and let them know, okay, you have your sites, you have your training, you have everything right here. Let's start, sending out the messages through text messaging, through emails, and just really get them going. Because if they can start to see things happening, what are the chances of them upgrading? And even if they don't upgrade, you're going to be able to get the business out to their center of influence if you're doing a good job. And so that's really where you're going to be seeing the focus, and those are the things that we're doing, even though we already have them. So everything that I've just talked about is already there in the back office. It's just maybe not as organized as we would like it. So we're going to be changing that to have just kind of a brand new system for people to go through, so they know how to put their auto ship on, they know how to change their product, they know how to do the basics in the back office, and now we're going to teach them how to get their business started. And those are the things that we are very confident that if we just continue to do that, we know we have the right product, we know our price point is as good as anything in the industry, we know commission-wise we're paying out percentage-wise as much or more than anybody in the industry, and so it really is just a matter of time, and we're already seeing things happen just the way that we thought they would happen. So we're extremely excited about where we are. Our vision has never been clearer of where we're going, and again, we couldn't do it without great leaders that we have here on the phone right now. And again, Stephen, I really appreciate it. If there's any questions that you have or anything else that you want me to cover, I'm more than happy to. But we're almost to the top of the hour right now, and didn't really want to go any longer than that. But really just wanted to take this time, basically a week right now from little over a week from Thanksgiving, and just a time to reflect and be thankful for what we have. But again, like I've said many times, I really use this time to reflect on the past year, and that's kind of what we're doing on this call, of what's happened in 2016. And if I just keep doing the same thing I did in 2016, where's that going to get me in 2017? And so we feel we're going to do most of the same things that we did in 2016, because it's been a very successful year for us as a company. But we're going to fine-tune some things, and we're going to add some things to what we feel make it go even much better. And the last thing that I want to end in, because I think this is just as important as anything that we do, is again, every single bottle that we sell, we donate a meal through Meals of Hope. And so we've already done 2 packing events, done almost 120,000 meals just in our first, that was probably within about our first 7 months as a company. And so we're still very excited about that, and we look forward to doing much, much more than that in 2017 and help as many people as we can. But we are proud of being able to help 120,000 people that maybe would be going without food if it wasn't for all of you here on this webinar and all of our great distributors. Not us as a company. This is 100% done by our distributors going out there and spreading the word on the product and helping other people out. So we're going to continue to do that. And with the growth that we're having in Ghana and some of these others, as they become maybe our #1 country in the business, then we will also start doing some things in those local markets. But right now, we feel very excited to be partnered with Mills of Hope, and we're going to continue that on and do more and more good. And it's just a great time to get together as distributors and pack the mills. This isn't something that we just get out the checkbook and write a check and send it every quarter or whatever to some company. We set up the packing events, and we get together as distributors, and we pack these mills, tens of thousands of mills, 50,000 plus. I think the first time we did almost 60,000. Second time we did around 55, 56,000 mills. And this is something that we're passionate about, because we're really a company that wants to help people, starting with yourself. I mean, we want to show you a spare time opportunity, that you follow our training, you get involved, you roll up your sleeves and go to work, that you can create a legitimate full-time income that is going to pay you week after week, month after month, year after year, and you're not going to have to work 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 hours a week in order to keep getting that check. You just plug people into the system and create that duplication and retention, and then really focus on the relationships that are important with your kids, with your spouse, and your communities, and all of those different types of things. And so that's what we're about as a company, and that's what we're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until we help as many people as we possibly can, because that's really the whole vision with O2 is to be that opportunity that people are looking for. We know, without question, there is people daily praying that something will come across their desk, something that they'll see, something that can get them out of the rut, something that they can believe in, something that, just that opportunity. They're just literally praying for opportunity, and we want to be that opportunity that goes out there and changes people's lives, and starting with their health, and then getting up into their finances, and then allowing every single person to give back and help others. And so that's really what we're about, what we're doing, and we couldn't do it without everybody on this call here.
Well, thank you very much, Dan, and we really do appreciate you. You've shared so much exciting information with everyone, and we've got people with us here today from all around the world. Now, what I just to do a quick summary, and also to just make an announcement, we normally have our normal webinar, as you know, but tomorrow, because of this very special webinar that's going to be on this exciting blog system, that webinar will be cancelled for tomorrow so that everyone can get on that blog system and sampling system webinar. Like when you just to wrap up what Dan told us, if some of you couldn't keep up, because we're talking about South Africa is going to be in the drop-down box. I know that I know that Sally's jumping up in the air when she heard that. That's going to be in the drop-down box in the next couple of weeks. So that's exciting. We're talking about updating and the notifications for the LUC builder system and the purging all coming into effect as from December 1st. So all of us here, let's be responsible. If you've got free members, you've got inactive members, your team members, let's make sure everyone's aware of that. So important. And then the real big one for me is the last two things that Dan just shared with us. That sampling blog system, that is so exciting, because, we've been testing that ourselves, and I know that Shelley's team and what they've been doing as well, just sampling. This product is so effective for sampling, and for the company to put this comprehensive system in place that you can then be using with your phones and with the social networks, wow, I can just imagine where we're going to be going in 2017. There will be an email coming out, as Dan mentioned. Look out for that with the link so you can register for that webinar at the same time that this one started today. And then the onboarding and the Fast Start program, you know, if everyone just qualified for the team bonus, which is just 2 people, just finding one person on each side, if everyone did that in their first month, for example, I'm just giving you a really, and I believe that's possible for anyone to do that, by the end of a 12-month period, your little part-time business would have paid you 5 figures and you'd be on a 5-figure monthly income if they were just purchasing that sample pack that Dan's about to introduce. Just that alone, that's what you'd be on, 5-figure monthly income just by qualifying. So in other words, if we all become responsible sponsors, help people to be able to get started, help them to get qualified, then everyone wins, everyone makes money. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being here today. You've given up an hour of your valuable time. We have recorded this webinar and we will try and get it up on a link for your team members and guests that maybe couldn't have arrived. So thank you to each and every one of you, and a huge thank you to you, Dan, for giving up your time to be here today. I know that you're very busy, and for you to do that, we certainly value and appreciate it. So that's all from now, folks, and look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's exciting webinar. Bye for now, everyone.